Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. It's Ronnie Joyner, and today we are talking about a really important part of the client process, and that is the project proposal. I want to take you through my project proposal as I have just revamped it, and already the response that I'm getting from the potential clients that have reached out to me this week is just a game changer. I want to share this information with you so that you can use it and boost your sales, save your time, and close those deals. If you're like me, crafting custom proposals can be time consuming, overwhelming, and it's not really the most efficient way to spend time in your business. It honestly takes away from the overall funnel experience for the customer and for yourself as well. Creating custom proposals is extremely time consuming and takes the focus away from the client and puts you into administrative work. That's why I have taken time to streamline my process after much review, much needed review. And I've created a project proposal that I love and my clients love. This part of my client process has completely transformed the way that I've worked, and I have bought my time back. So I want to share my project proposal template with you. I will link it in the description. Below so that you can download it for free for the entire month of February. And that is my Valentine's Day gift to you guys. So let's talk about what a project proposal is. Simply put, it's a document that clearly outlines everything your client needs to know about what it will be like to work with you. This document includes your scope of work, a little bit about you and your business, your pricing, timeline, and other pertinent information. A solid proposal sets clear expectations and it showcases your professionalism. It's a way to tell your client that I've heard you, I understand what you need, and here's how I can help you get to that. So Ronnie, when do I send a project proposal? You want to send your proposal after your initial or discovery call. By this point, you've already had your potential client take a client intake form or questionnaire, brand questionnaire, whatever you want to call it. So that way you have a bit of knowledge about their business, who they are, what they're looking for, what their budget is to actually build the project proposal on. Having the questionnaire completely answered ensures that you have enough information about the client and their projects to build out a proposal that addresses their needs and where they are in their business at the moment. When I tell you that you should not skip this step, matter of fact, do not skip this step. It is one of the most important parts of design. If you don't have a questionnaire that clearly outlines what they're looking for, there will always be some misunderstanding somewhere during the process. Now, let's dive into the structure of the proposal. I specifically designed my proposal to be visually appealing. I haven't bogged it down with a bunch of words. Everything is very clear and concise while showcasing who I am, what I do, and projects I've done that are potentially related to what the client needs. Start with the clean title page that contains your client's name, the date, your name, your website, your logo, and the name of the document, project proposal. This will set the tone for your professionalism. On the next page, you'll want to introduce yourself and be sure to include a photo, a clear high-res photo of yourself. You can accompany this photo with a short bio about who you are and a little bit about your background, as I find that this helps to establish a personal connection. For my page 3, I have included some past work. I call it a spotlight instead of a case study because to me, case studies involve a lot of information about the process from start to finish. And if I'm just showcasing images or mock-ups, then that's not really a case study to me. You guys can call it what you like. I call it a spotlight because I think it's showing the final product without having to go into detail and making the potential customer read about another thing, taking their focus away from what you want them to read. For page 3, I made sure to spotlight a previous design. This is not a hard requirement for your third page. However, I like to include it because I want to keep the audience that's reading the document engaged. And this bright, beautiful example of my past work that directly relates to their industry is a way to keep them hooked. Don't sleep on reviews or testimonials, whether you've done pro bono work, free work, charity work, or paid work. Make sure to always mock up the finished design and get a review or a testimonial. It only has to be just a few sentences. A strong testimonial builds credibility. After the first couple of pages, you'll want to move on to a page that clearly tells your client why they should work with you. This is not the time to go down a laundry list of things that you've done and all the people that you've worked with. You should have done that in your bio page. This page talks about how you are solution driven, how you gain results for clients, how you are meeting success markers that matter to people who are decision makers. Remember, this page is more about them than it is about you. The next few pages are important in the order that they are in. Next up, we have project goals. From the questionnaire and the initial call, you'll have gained some type of insight into what their project goals are. On my proposal document, I list 6 goals. You can do less, you can maybe do 4. I would say anything less than 4 is just not clear enough. So I think 6 is a really sweet spot. The next page is your scope of work. I like to include sandwich stack pricing on this page. Let me explain. So the bottom bread of the sandwich is your most basic package. It sets the foundation for whatever it is that they want to do. The middle package, the meat, is the most valuable and balanced option. It's not too basic, but it's also not too advanced. So this might be their sweet spot where they're comfortable, and this is why we do the sandwich stack method. The top package, and often the most expensive package, has all the bells and whistles. When you put the top of the bread on the sandwich, you are finishing your masterpiece. Doing the sandwich stack method or the 3-tier method gives the client options. It empowers them to make the best choice for their business. I'll say one of the most important pages is next, and that is the timeline page. You want to be very clear with your client about how long this process will take. Sometimes your timeline may be a bit longer than the timeline that they're working with, and adjustments can be made, but you want to start out with a reasonable timeline based on your capabilities, what's on your plate right now. To promise, over deliver. I keep this timeline page separate from the scope of work because I like to get detailed with my timeline page, so I don't want the information to be too overwhelming and too overloaded. What I do like to do is color code the timeline page to match the scope of work page. So for instance, here you'll see that I have 3 different shades of green, and in the timeline page, you'll see those 3 different shades of green are mirrored again to match the packages up to the timeline that is associated with that package. The next page is investment and invoicing schedule. This is the page that you want to have the absolute most transparency and clarity on. Be clear and upfront. Let your clients know how much this work will cost, how much each tier or sandwich stack level will cost. Let them know when the invoices will send out, what kind of deposit you're looking for. I will always say get a 50% deposit up front, and always, always, always sign a contract. This project proposal is not a contract. Do not have anyone sign this proposal because it still leaves a lot of things in the gray area, and gray area is bad. It's bad. After I present the investment page, I like to finish the project proposal off with a few more testimonials or bodies of work that I've done. Again, if you can, relate every testimonial and piece of art to their industry or industry that's parallel to theirs, that supports or feeds into theirs, that is perfect. I think that would definitely give a well-rounded presentation. However, you can mix it up a bit if your portfolio has a few different items where you really want to show your strengths. The bottom line is that you need to close out with something visually appealing, visually aesthetic, something really strong. So save your best project for that page. When clients are able to see what other clients think of your work, and when your past clients can talk about their real experiences with you, it solidifies that credibility and continues to build upon that trust. Finally, wrap it up with a thank you note. You can add some personalized message and details from your call or the questionnaire that help your client feel that they are being listened to and heard, as you said before. This personalized thank you note is something I picked up from fellow graphic designer and YouTuber Frankie Harry. It really helps to seal the deal. If you're ready to level up your client process, I strongly suggest implementing a project proposal into your client process. If you don't have time to create a project proposal template, I am offering this one for free for the entire month of February. So be sure to click the link in the description box below to download this template today. Today, friend. Don't wait. Trust me, your future self and your future clients will thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on design, business, and creativity. Until next time, keep creating, keep thriving.